Your cat will never say, "I love you," but it's sending you signs of affection every single day. Hidden in their everyday behavior are deep compliments that reveal the true feline psychology. If you've ever wondered how your cat shows love, this video will reveal the deepest hidden signals. Gestures that may seem random are actually declarations of absolute trust. In this video, you'll discover the 8 deepest and most secret compliments a cat can give you. Some will surprise you, others will move you. But if your cat does even just one of these things, you've won their heart. And you're no longer just an owner, you're family. Compliment number 1, watching you while pretending to ignore you. It might sound strange, but your cat could be a master at playing disinterested. That bored look they give you while you're busy with your daily tasks? It's just a mask, a carefully constructed facade. In reality, they're keeping you under constant surveillance, and you're their main target. Cats have practically invented the art of passive observation. If they were human, they'd work for the Secret Service and still manage to look completely bored by their job. You see them lying on the windowsill, or apparently asleep on the couch, but they're actually monitoring every single movement happening in the house, including yours. Here's an interesting fact that many cat owners don't know. Cats are perfectly capable of recognizing their owner's voice. But unlike dogs, who almost always respond when called, cats choose when to respond. This means that if your cat even just glances your way when you speak to them, they're not ignoring you, they're choosing you. They've consciously decided to acknowledge you, and that's feline approval at its finest. This silent vigilance is one of the deepest compliments a cat can give you. In nature, felines keep an eye on their group members to ensure safety and stability within the clan. If your cat always keeps you in their peripheral vision, it means they've accepted you as part of their social group, their inner circle. You're no longer a stranger, you're family. And there's more. Some feline behavior experts believe that when a cat sits with their back to you or sideways, they're actually demonstrating an even deeper level of trust. They know you're there. They know exactly where you are, and they're not worried at all. They don't feel the need to keep you under direct visual control because they trust you completely. Even their "I'm ignoring you" mode is a signal that they feel safe and protected in your presence. With a visual field of about 200 degrees and motion sensors built into their biology, cats miss practically nothing. And if you're always in their line of sight, even when they seem completely disinterested, it's not an accident. It's a deliberate choice. Cats' eyes are so incredibly sensitive to movement that they can detect the smallest muscular changes from across the room. So if your cat is casually watching you while you open a snack in the kitchen, know that they figured it out at least 10 seconds before you touch the package. They have an internal radar for these things. Of course, they're not always watching you. Sometimes they're really sleeping, deeply immersed in their feline dreams, and where they choose to sleep can say a lot about how they see you and how much they trust you. And if you're already discovering new things about your cat, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. That way you won't miss the other 7 compliments and all the feline psychology secrets we publish regularly. Compliment number 2, sleeping on your shoes or dirty clothes. Cats can sleep in the strangest and seemingly most uncomfortable places. Or rather, strange from a human point of view, because for a cat, curling up in an empty shoebox is perfectly normal, as comfortable as sleeping in a king-size 5-star bed would be for us. But there are 2 particular resting places that, if chosen by your cat, represent a real compliment: your dirty clothes and your shoes. There's a precise and fascinating logic behind this behavior. They're not just being weird for the sake of it. Cats are creatures deeply guided by smell, much more than we humans can imagine. They're attracted to smells they love, and at the top of that list is your scent. Not the artificial one you build with soap, shampoo, and perfume, but your natural scent, the authentic one that identifies you as a unique individual. This scent is a source of deep comfort for them. It represents you viscerally, especially when you're not physically there. When they curl up in your dirty clothes, They're literally wrapping themselves in the scent that means safety, familiarity, and affection to them. It's as if they're hugging you through your scent. And they do it before the sworn enemy, the detergent, washes everything away and erases that precious olfactory trace. A scientific study has shown that cats are able to recognize their owner's scent even when it's been masked or altered by other perfumes. This olfactory discrimination ability is extraordinary and demonstrates how deeply they're connected to us through the senses. As for shoes, things get even more fascinating and complex. Your shoes carry the scent of all the places you've been during the day, not in a way that our rudimentary and underdeveloped nose can perceive, but in a way that your cat's incredibly powerful sense of smell can decipher with surgical precision. By staying close to your shoes, they can literally let themselves be enveloped by those layered scents and smell them all, one by one, getting an incredibly detailed picture of where you've been that day, what you've done, who you've met, what environments you've passed through. It's as if they're reading the diary of your day written in olfactory language. In practice, it's as if they're asking you, so what have you been up to today? Where have you been? What have you seen? And getting extremely detailed and complete answers simply by smelling your shoes. Isn't that absolutely brilliant? It's a way of connecting with you that goes beyond our human understanding. So if you have to brush cat hair off your hoodie before going to work, or if you always find your cat curled up in the dirty laundry basket, know that your feline companion wasn't just taking a casual nap. They were literally immersing themselves in your life, in your essence, in your world. Compliment number 3, guarding you while you sleep. There's something incredibly sweet and touching about waking up to find your cat curled up at the foot of your bed, like a little furry sentinel watching over you. And that's exactly, literally what they're doing. When cats sleep near you, it means they trust you completely. They're lowering their guard in your presence, something they would never do in nature with someone they don't trust 100%. But when they strategically position themselves to face the door or hallway, that's a completely different level of love and dedication. They're entering active defensive mode. Sure, something so small, cute, and soft probably couldn't protect anyone from real danger, but it's the thought that counts. It's the intention. It's the willingness to put themselves between you and any potential threat. In nature, cats are among the few animals that occupy a unique position in the food chain. They're both predators and prey. This makes them supreme strategists when it comes to choosing a place to rest. They're not just considering where to position themselves to have an advantage in hunting, but also where to position themselves to avoid becoming someone else's meal. Studies on animal behavior show that cats instinctively position themselves in ways that offer both a visual advantage over their surroundings and a quick escape route in case of danger. So when they sleep facing the door, they're adopting strategic battlefield-level positioning, and they're doing it for you, for your safety. They don't fully understand that your house isn't the African savanna or the jungle. As far as they know, a predator could pop up at 4 in the morning and try to attack you. If your cat lies down between you and the rest of the world, between you and the door, it means they're watching over you, protecting your shared territory from any imaginary or real threat. And there's a wonderful thing you probably never realize, because you're sound asleep when it happens. Some cats take all this to another level and actively patrol the house at night while you sleep. Isn't that amazing? They might even check on you periodically during the night, approach the bed to make sure you're okay, return to their guard post, and settle down again. It's a silent demonstration of love and protection that you're not even aware of, because you're in dreamland. But meanwhile, they're silently prowling around the house, checking windows, inspecting corners, making sure no ghost, no intruder, no threat comes to disturb you. Often this protective nature extends well beyond sleep time. Sometimes it can manifest in what I'll delicately call moments of personal vulnerability. Compliment number 4, following you to the bathroom. It might seem embarrassing or even invasive when your cat insists on accompanying you to the bathroom, but it's not just morbid curiosity or a desire to violate your privacy. Their insistence on joining you in the most private room of the house is one of the strangest but also strongest and most significant compliments that exist in the complex language of feline communication. Your cat is genuinely offended by the closed door. They want free access to every corner of their territory, and your house is their kingdom. And since you're an integral part of that territory, a valuable resource to protect, they want access to you at all times too. Some cats sit outside a closed bathroom door and meow insistently, not just because they want to get in out of curiosity, but because they have an almost compulsive need to confirm that you're okay, that nothing bad has happened to you behind that barrier separating them from you. But as I mentioned, their bathroom intrusions aren't always just about the fact that you've temporarily sealed off a section of their kingdom. It could be because they want to protect you, just like they do while you sleep. And the bathroom, from your cat's point of view, is a place where you could be in serious danger. According to feline behavior experts, your cat thinks that any room in which you voluntarily isolate yourself is a potential danger zone. And none more so than the bathroom, which is full of unusual sounds, strange noises, and phenomena that can genuinely worry your cat, particularly that of running water. Because in nature, running water can be a really scary thing for a cat. Cats have such incredibly developed hearing that a simple dripping faucet can register in their brain like an alarm bell, a danger signal. And instinctively, they associate loud and moving water with things to absolutely avoid, like sudden floods, unstable ground that could collapse, or competition with other larger animals at dangerous water sources. So you might find that your cat escorts you in and out of the bathroom like a furry chauffeur or a miniature bodyguard to make sure everything's okay and you're not in danger. Or they wait patiently outside the door like a tiny bouncer, ready to intervene if they hear something suspicious. It might not be the most glamorous or romantic expression of love that exists, but if your cat insists on sitting at your feet and protecting you from the alleged water goblins while you brush your teeth or take a shower, congratulations. They do it because they love you deeply and care about your safety. So that's definitely something to be proud of. Now stop for a moment. How many of these behaviors have you recognized so far? 1, 2, all 4? Write it in the comments and challenge other cat owners. Who has the most affectionate cat? I'm curious to see if anyone has a cat that does all of these things. Compliment number 5, grooming in your presence. But it's not just about accompanying you while you take care of your personal hygiene. Sometimes it's about silently inviting you to join them while they take care of theirs. Have you ever noticed that your cat suddenly lies down to lick their belly or paw the exact moment you sit down next to them on the couch? They don't do it just because they suddenly feel an urgent need to clean themselves at that precise moment. The fact that they feel comfortable enough, safe enough, relaxed enough to do it when you're around is a huge deal. It's a signal of absolute trust. Cats only groom themselves when they feel completely safe. In nature, grooming is one of the riskiest and most vulnerable behaviors a cat can adopt. It makes them significantly less alert, less reactive, and therefore more vulnerable to attacks. When it's time for your cat to lick themselves clean, they have no choice but to lower their guard, take their attention away from their surroundings, and focus on their own body. I mean, I get it. When I'm taking a shower, I'm not in hyper-defense mode ready to react to any threat. I have things to scrub, hair to wash, thoughts to think. I'm vulnerable. So the fact that your cat calmly and meticulously grooms themselves in your immediate vicinity is enormous. It's a monumental gesture of trust. It means they know, with absolute certainty, that no harm will come to them from you. You won't attack them, you won't scare them, you won't take advantage of their vulnerability. And if harm were to come from someone else, from an external threat, at least you're there nearby to protect them. A cat grooming in front of you is essentially saying, I trust you completely. I'm so relaxed in your presence that I can afford to lower all my defenses. Excuse me for a moment, I have toe beans to lick and fur to groom. It's an act of absolute trust, a moment when your cat lowers all defensive barriers and shows themselves completely vulnerable. And they've chosen to do it right next to you, in your presence. This behavior becomes even more significant when you consider that in nature, cats only groom each other with members of their closest social group. It's a social activity that strengthens bonds. So when your cat grooms near you, they're including you in this intimate ritual. Compliment number 6, bringing you their toys. Have you ever found a plush mouse on your desk or a ball at the foot of your bed? It's not an accident, and it's not just an invitation to play. When your cat brings you their favorite toys, they're doing something deeply significant. They're sharing their prey with you. In nature, adult cats bring prey to their family members, especially to kittens, to teach them how to hunt. But they also bring food to other group members with whom they have a close bond. It's a gesture of generosity and care. When your cat deposits a toy in front of you, they're replicating this instinctive behavior. They're not just inviting you to play. They're telling you, "This is important to me, and I want to share it with you." They're treating you as a valuable member of their family group, someone worthy of receiving their most precious treasures. Some cats even bring their toys to bed at night, creating a small collection near where you sleep. This is their way of saying, "These are my most precious possessions, and I want to keep them close to you, the most important person in my life." And if your cat meows insistently while holding a toy in their mouth, they might also be teaching you to hunt, just like a mother cat would do with her kittens. They're elevating you to the rank of family, someone who deserves their educational attention. Compliment number 7, showing you their belly. A cat's belly is their most vulnerable area. In nature, exposing the abdomen means putting yourself in an extremely disadvantageous position in case of attack. All the vital organs are there, unprotected, exposed. So when your cat rolls on their back and shows you their belly, they're not necessarily asking to be petted there. In fact, many cats hate belly rubs. They're doing something much deeper. They're showing you total trust. This gesture says, "I feel so safe with you that I can afford to show you my most vulnerable part." It's a declaration of absolute trust. Your cat knows you won't take advantage of this vulnerability, that you won't attack them, that you don't represent a threat. Some cats only do this with certain people, those with whom they have the strongest bond. If your cat rolls on their back when you enter the room, or lies belly up while looking at you, it's a huge honor. They're telling you that you're their safe person, their safe harbor. Interestingly, this behavior is more common in domestic cats than in wild ones, precisely because house cats have learned that they can afford to be vulnerable without consequences. And if they do it with you, it means you've created an environment where they feel completely protected and loved. Compliment number 8, kneading you with their paws. This adorable behavior, where the cat rhythmically presses with their front paws on a soft surface or on you, is called making biscuits or kneading, and it has origins deeply rooted in feline infancy. Kittens knead their mother's belly while nursing to stimulate milk flow. It's an action associated with comfort, security, nourishment, and maternal love. When an adult cat continues to make this gesture, they're regressing to that state of infantile contentment. And if they do it on you, they're literally treating you as a maternal figure, as a source of comfort and security. Many cats knead while purring, creating a combination of behaviors that scream, "I'm happy and I feel safe." Some even drool slightly while doing it. They're so relaxed and content. It's a return to that perfect moment of infancy when everything was warm, safe, and full of love. If your cat needs you, even though it can sometimes be a bit painful when they extend their claws, it's one of the sweetest compliments they can give you. They're telling you, "With you I feel like when I was a kitten safe with my mother." They've elevated you to the rank of primary family, primary attachment figure. And the beautiful thing is that this behavior never completely disappears, even in the oldest cats. It's a lifelong bond. a memory of security they continue to seek in you. These 8 behaviors might seem small, even insignificant or trivial in the eyes of those who don't know feline language, who haven't learned to decipher the subtle signals that cats constantly send. But for those who know how to read between the lines, for those who have learned to observe carefully, these gestures represent the deepest, most sincere, and most significant compliments a cat can give to a human being. Every furtive glance thrown in your direction, every nap taken on your dirty clothes, every night spent guarding your sleep, every apparently invasive bathroom intrusion, and every shared grooming moment is a clear and unequivocal message. I've chosen you. I trust you more than anyone else. You're part of my family, my clan, my world. Cats are not creatures that open up easily or grant their trust lightly. They're independent, selective, cautious animals. Earning their trust requires time, patience, respect, and understanding. But when they finally grant it to you, when they finally accept you into their inner circle, it's forever. It's a bond that lasts a lifetime. And these 8 signals are living proof that you've done something extraordinary. You've won the heart of one of the most independent, mysterious, and selective animals on the planet. You've broken through their defenses. You've proven yourself worthy of their trust, and that's an honor not everyone can claim. So the next time your cat ignores you while secretly watching you, sleeps blissfully on your shoes, strategically positions themselves at the foot of your bed, follows you to the bathroom, calmly licks themselves next to you, brings you their toys, shows you their belly, or kneads you with their paws, stop for a moment. Remember that these aren't just random habits or meaningless behaviors. They're declarations of love. Silent, subtle, but profoundly deep and authentic. And you, which of these behaviors do you recognize in your cat? Does your feline watch you secretly? Sleep on your clothes? Guard you at night? Write it in the comments below. We'd really love to know in how many different ways your cat shows you their affection and trust. If this video helped you better understand your cat's secret language, if it made you see your feline friend in a new light, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Also, click the notification bell so you don't miss our next videos where we'll continue to unveil the fascinating mysteries of feline psychology.